We're back. I got Brendan back on the lens today. The boys are back. So we're gonna make an omelet. A lot of people like to eat eggs and ketchup. I'm not one of those people, but I'm gonna make a sauce, a tonkatsu sauce, kind of a Japanese style sauce. Usually get it on a tonkatsu bowl with a pork cutlet. We're gonna recreate that sauce, put that on top of a omelet with some cabbage on it. So yeah, that's it. Let's get started. I wasn't vaping. So there's a version of the sauce that is called bulldog sauce you can buy at the store. If you don't want to make your own, feel free to go buy that sauce. It's called bulldog sauce. I will actually link exactly what sauce it is in the description in case you don't want to make this, or if you don't have the stuff to make this. It's like sweet, tangy, and really savory. You need no equipment. You can make it with a fork. We're just gonna mix a bunch of stuff together and we'll have the sauce. So standard ketchup. Maybe that's like a quarter cup. It's about half of that Worcester. I don't know how the fuck to say this. If anyone knows how, leave it in the comments. So 1 part this, then a half part of this. The same amount brown sugar. And then the rest, soy sauce. Maybe just a tablespoon. You can adjust it however you like. You know, if you want a little bit more soy or if you like it a little bit sweeter, feel free. But just have a taste. Sauce gets better if you make it a little bit ahead of time. So I did make one ahead of time just so that we have it for plating. But yeah, it tastes great. Like sweet, savory, and also like fruity from the ketchup. We'll get started on the omelet. Of course, as always, I'm gonna fully combine these eggs. I'll show you the difference. All right, so you whisk it a little bit and look at it. There's white, there's yolk, and it's not combined. So it won't cook evenly. So you want to whisk this till you can't tell the difference between the white and the yolk. They're all one new thing. Okay, we're there. Some Napa cabbage. Well, the very ends I don't want, but it's got this white part that's a little bit sturdier. And just because we're making like a small omelet, I'm just gonna cut them in half lengthwise, and then just, you know, kind of a little bit of a thicker julienne. This will stay crisp in the omelet. And then what I also want to do is take some of the really soft bits, save these for, I don't know, dinner tomorrow or something. Both the same size, but these are like quite leafy, so they can go in at the end. I'm gonna actually stir fry these ones a little bit, but these ones I'll just put as the eggs are setting. So many different styles of omelet, and there's no, like, it's all preference. So I cook it a little bit hotter than I normally cook eggs. Also, it's a little bit easier to cook an omelet that way, and it's been a while since I cooked an omelet, so there's a chance I may fuck this up. A pan preheating. I'm gonna put a little bit of canola oil in there, and I'm also gonna put a little bit of butter in there. The only reason I'm putting in butter in this is actually so the omelet picks up a little bit of color. Yeah, so some people like a no color omelet, and that obviously you would cook at a much gentler temperature for a longer time. But today I'm gonna cook an omelet with color, so I'm gonna cook at a little bit higher of a heat. And I'm putting that butter in there to help brown that egg. So I'm gonna stir fry just our little bit of cabbage just for a second. And the reason I'm using a bit of a smaller pan today, which kind of looks too small for the amount of eggs, like I get that. I just want my omelet to be thick. So if you lay it out in a bigger pan, obviously it has more surface area, you'll get a thinner omelet. It's totally fine if that's what you're going for. But I just kind of want it to be thicker. I just feel like the inside will cook better if I have a thicker omelet. Kind of the same way as a steak. Like a thick steak is easier to cook rare than like a steak this big is very hard to cook rare. I'm gonna go in with my eggs. Immediately just start to pull all this stuff that cooks on the side. And definitely use a spatula for this. Also, absolutely use a non-stick pan. So now I'll go in with this part of my cabbage. That's stuff that doesn't need long to cook. And I'm also gonna go in with some fresh chives. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 2 minutes. Basically all set. We got a little bit of color on the bottom. Now's the hard part. We need to flip this thing over. And I'll be honest, it's been like 2 years since I've cooked an omelet. Let's just try and do it first try in this tiny pan. An ultra thick omelet, literally the hardest thing you could do. Basically a fucking frittata. Fuck, I'm actually so nervous. People who are working busy brunch services, they're just cooking them tossing them. They're doing like 10 at a time. I'm just not that guy. I can't commit.
Come on, you gotta commit.
It is. Oh, so close. All right, that's pretty good. All things considered, I'm happy with that. Won't take long for the other side to cook. So I'm actually just gonna turn the heat off. You can go like this if you want, do it the real way. And there we go. There's our omelet, we'll center it. And we'll get started on some garnish. So I got some more chives, of course. Freshen it up with some of those. Black sesame, fried onions. You can buy these at Asian grocery stores. In with our Tonkatsu sauce. This is the one that I pre-made, so it's been sitting for a day. Be pretty generous with that, just to finish. And there we go. Maybe that took like 7 minutes total, including the sauce. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think if you're one of those egg and ketchup people, this is your shit for sure. It's the same like flavor profiles. The cabbage like stays crisp that way. Using the white part I think is really important so you get some crunch in this like really soft, nicely cooked omelet. I know Brennan's gonna have more sauce, so that's it for the video. I think they're great. I think they're great. Fucking shut up, dude.
I think you're great.
I think they're great. Like obviously I'm fucking filming it. That goes without saying. Thanks for watching the videos, as always. Good to have Brendan back for a day. It's a shame he's not in front of the camera, but one of these days we're gonna make a video about him. Just kind of day in the life vibes. Yeah, if you could do any of the YouTube stuff, hit the like button, all that other bullshit, you know what to do. Just please do it. It helps me so much. And I do appreciate all those people who do it. Like I see all the same people in the comments. And those people, you guys are all legends. Thank you so much. That's it. I'll see you next week. Eat the frickin' omelet, dude. Eat it!